Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a date night look that I came up with. Even though, I'm not going on a date or anything. Just thought this would be pretty fun. So I do not have a location on my fiance, like my fiance's location right now, so just bear with me. Alright, first thing we're going to use is the e.l.f. Perfect 10 palette in Nude Mood and the e.l.f. eyebrow duo brush. I'm gonna get some powder on my brush. First I should shape my brows. So I'm gonna use back side of my mirror, like one of these two. Probably gonna be the bottom one, the ×5 magnification, and I am all sweaty. But it is pretty hot here, so. And now I'm going to kind of line underneath of my brow. I'm going to take more powder. I'm going to line the top of my brow and meet right there. Then I'm going to get more powder. And I'm going to connect right there and kind of outline my brow to get the shape I want. And then now I'm going to take more powder and I'm going to fill it in. And since this is not actual brow powder, I'm having to like really work it in to my brows to get the color I want. So I didn't lie, I thought I would only use the bottom one, but I'm going between the two. Just to help me. Okay. Now, before doing my other brow, so that this brow can dry, I'm going to go into the e.l.f. Brow Lift and the Brow Lift applicator. I'm going to go in with that much. And I'm going to glue down my brows. And I do have skincare underneath, but the skincare, as long as it sits long enough, doesn't really bother my makeup or my brows in general, because that's the part that I always hear complaints is, the brow gel not sticking or flaking off. But honestly, it could be because that person has skincare underneath or does their primer and stuff first before doing the brow gel. And so it's not really sticking the best. So I'm just doing this brow that I'm working on the same way. Running underneath my brow. Running above my brow. And connecting it at the end. And then I'll connect the front part of my front part. Like so. And then connect this front part as well. So then now I'm filling it in. I'm just trying different ways to do my brows. So now I'm going to go back into the brow lift and I'm going to get some more and I'm going to glue my brow. I think I got a location. I just gotta watch and I'm kind of just letting, I'm just gonna let my makeup do its own thing today. Okay. So he's still in Columbus. So I still got plenty of time to do my makeup. Alright. So now before doing primer and all that, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow primer, which is just the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, which I'm using ×3 magnification again. And the shade I'm using is Fair Warm. This is just so this sets the way I need it to. And I'm going underneath my brow because I'm not going to do anything with that today. Alright, so now before that dries, I'm going to get my e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge and my Heritage Store rose water. I'm gonna spray it. and kind of like shear the sides out, right here out. And the inner corner a little bit. Other than that, everything else don't need sheared out. I just wanted to shear those two sides out. So now I'm going to go on the other eye, do the same thing, and then we'll be good to go with primer. And I'm using the Deluxe Crease Brush to blend the concealer out. And the reason I say I don't need sheared out on the eyelid is because shearing it out on the eyelid kind of wipes it away. So now, really quickly, I lied. I guess we're gonna do powder first. We're gonna go into the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in Fairlight and the Real Techniques Powder Puff. We're gonna set our eyes with it. So then when we go to do the primer and all that, it's all connected. There's nothing disconnected. Usually I'll like really quickly after doing foundation before doing concealer, I'll hurry up and do my eyeshadow primer, but this way I know that I'm not like I like 110% know nothing's disconnected this way. And now I'm just getting my Real Techniques setting brush, this guy, and lightly, like look, lightly dust away any excess powder. Okay. Now we're gonna do primers. So I have 4 different primers. I know that's a lot, but it's also to help remove some stuff. So here's the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. that I'm going in first. This is just the original. And I have to be careful here because I'm still kind of numb there. I had fillings done today, so I'm still kind of numb in this area. So I'm like having to be really, really careful with that. Okay. Like I'm like careful everywhere. Especially because I also not only got fillings done, I also have like a pimple that I popped earlier today that is still kind of sore because it's like on top of a sore spot because I hit my head the other day. I think it was last night or the other night. I'm okay. It still hurts. Like I still got a goose egg a little bit. Okay. Let that get tacky and kind of dry down. So I feel like it kind of, it did, it kind of picked up all that sweat and stuff. Which means since I'm sweating, my pores are open, so I'm more likely to get pimples right now. Doing this. Okay. So the cheeks are tacky, so that's where I need next. And I'm going into the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going in with this one first. So watch, I just go like that. And then I'm using the front part of my mirror, because this does not really require the back part. I'm just going like that. I'm kind of tapping it in with my finger too. And then I'm just kind of bouncing it with the brush, which is this is the Putty Primer Applicator brush, which I seen one at Walmart today, and it looks a lot bigger than this one. Not like a lot bigger, but a little bit bigger than this one. And I got some redness too I gotta take care of, like on my forehead and stuff, like where I'm waiting for that primer, the gripping primer, to kind of get tacky and stuff. Which is why I decided to go with this one first, and then doing the same thing on this side. I know in the last video it was kind of hard to see what I was doing because of this mirror. I'm sorry for that. The makeup product that I had the mirror in, I can't find at the moment. So, there we go, there we go. Alright. So now we're going to go in with a little bit of the Neutrogena. Just a tiny bit. So I'm just going like that. Like that. It's probably a little more than enough. Nope. Oh well, because I kind of have redness all over my face right now. It's all the irritation and stuff. That is more than enough. Like, I'm dealing with redness really bad right now. And that's what happens in the summer with me. Which is why I'm like so glad that I'm like having a spring wedding. Even though it might be technically a summer wedding, because here where I live, we really don't get a spring anymore. It's a little bit of fall, a little bit of winter, and then the rest of the time it's summer. Or a little tiny bit of spring. But other than that, it's all winter. Or all summer. I'm like, yeah. Okay. But a little too much there. So this is perfect. So now for that last primer. So we're going into the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Whoa Glow to get a little bit of glow. Just a little bit of glow. Not too much glow. So this replaced the Halo Glow Lush and Highlight Wand. Didn't really replace the contour wand because I still need contour. But I'm just going to use less of the contour wand. And you gotta really mix this in, or you get a white cast, because it is a sunscreen. So, really, I like to kind of like mix it in, blend it in, until it kind of like is all dry, almost. And then we're gonna do something else before foundation. So, make sure that's all blended in. Sure is, I just look glowy. Like, really glowy. Okay, so let's get some of this glow down really quickly. And then with a couple products, like 3 products, and then we can bring the glow back. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer and Light Honey and the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair. So I'm putting a little bit of both on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to mix it and put it on my concealer brush here. And this is going to kind of act like a foundation before a foundation, because it's not quite full coverage enough. And it's so hard to make it full coverage. So I'm also not, don't know if I mentioned that already, but I'm also not doing the underlining of my brow, or the outlining of my brow today, because of this extra step here. It just seems kind of useless. So yeah, I'm just painting my whole face with this concealer, and I'm also not doing my face concealer part that I normally do. It's like taking a while, but I pretty much got it. Because of this part here. But I might also do it just to give me more coverage, because this is like still sheared out, a sheared out look, but it's still kind of full coverage, which I normally do not do. So, right, I'm just finishing that out. Okay. So like I said, I might end up still doing my face concealer. But like this water. Now I'm taking my Real Techniques sponge and some rose water to blend that out. I might as well do it because this can give me like a little bit of a highlighted look. Now we're going to go into the Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation in the shade 103 True Ivory. So today I decided to use the Expert Edge foundation brush with this foundation. See how well that works? And we'll go from there. Okay. Looks like this brush is going to work a lot better than the Expert Face brush for this foundation. So, yes. And I am going to have to build up the coverage. Like, there's no doubt about that, but it works. Works really well. And I love this brush with it. So on the other one too, I'm kind of blending it down on my jawline. And I'll blend it down my neck too in a minute. Me like I will be doing another update. And it looks like this one's already almost gone. On what I all have left in this portion. Like even if it's in the black bag, it's still gonna get talked about. And this looks like my skin but better. This is why. So glad I found this foundation. It literally looks like my skin but better. Looks like it kind of like, it's still a little too dark, but it looks a lot better. Like the light porcelain one looks like my skin match. Again, using that brush to blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Blend it. Blend it. Blend it, blend it really good. So, I'm super excited. it looks like I'm going to make better progress than I thought with this project pan. So now I'm taking my Real Techniques sponge, still kind of damp. I'm sharing this out the best I can. The reason that I was wondering where my fiance was is because this is a surprise for him. Like this whole look and the clothes I'm wearing. Okay. So there's some pimples showing that I've had for a while. So now I'm really gonna have to do the face concealer one more time. So I'm going in with the Maybelline one first, putting that on top, like you can see it right there. Right here. Like I have a lot of spot concealing to do right now, because it's horrible. I feel like I'm almost out of this concealer. And these two moles are always so hard to get to. So now I'm gonna take this, my Camo Concealer Sponge, it's not giving the best coverage at concealing, but it's better than nothing. If I'm being honest, it's better than nothing. That's because my foundation's also rubbing off. Okay. I don't live in a humid climate. It's just, it gets hot. So now I'm going to go into the Photo Focus Concealer. And I'm going to spot conceal some of these areas as well. Try to see if I can get anywhere with them. And if not, oh. So now so pretty much until they heal, they're pretty much stuck. Okay. So now I'm going to do my under eye concealer and let that kind of marinate while I do my contour. So I'm going back into the Photo Wet n Wild concealer. It is hot. It is hot in this room. So now we're going into my contour wand. But I'm gonna do some testing here after this video, kind of just seeing which products are almost gone. If that like makes sense. It just like helps me see what I should be really using. And all these products that I'm using up right now. Because then I know what I need to be using. That makes sense. I know what I need to be using more of. To get rid of it. Or not rid of it, but you know what I mean, like use it up. So I'm pretty much contours done. Besides my chin. But just to really quickly set everything, I'm going to go into my setting spray. Just to give a quick set. So everything sets and my face can stop melting. So it feels like my makeup's like completely melting off. So now I'm going to go into the Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. Oh, the contour wand was in Fairlight. And these two are like the perfect shade match for me. This is like the perfect undertone for me. Like it's just perfect for me. And just blends into my skin naturally. So now I'm going to put a little more rose water on my Real Technique sponge. And I'm going to blend everything what I just did with the contour and the bronzer. I'm going to blend that. I'm going to make it more sheared out. make it look more chiseled, whatever. Alright, so now cream blush. Where are the blush brushes? A little product left, not much. So we're going to go into the Putty Blush and Bora Bora. And this is like a pretty shade. Very pretty shade. And we're going to do this lightly. Just light-handed. Shit. I forgot about my concealer. Hold on. Well, that is very full coverage now. Okay. Like I said, light-handed with this blush because I don't want to look like a clown. So then I'm going to take our Real Technique sponge. We're going to blend that in the best we can. It's so hard to work with. And then we're going to do a little bit of highlighting. Just a little bit of highlighting with the mix between the concealer and the logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to use the applicator to kind of spread it out. And this is why I didn't want to use the contour or the highlighter wand. Now I'm going to take the bottom right here and I'm going to take that and lightly blend that. It's kind of causing my makeup to fall apart. Okay. So now I'm going to take a little bit of that Woe Glow, spread it around. Spread it around. I'm going to need more foundation. This is all falling apart. But I can fix this. So pretty much at this point, it's too much. I'm just putting it over where I would highlight. Just because now I'm not doing highlighter. That kind of fell apart. So now okay. I got it. So pretty much now pretty much it. So now we're gonna really quickly set that, and I was gonna do highlighter, but I'm not now because that was a complete mess. So now we're gonna do another set of setting spray. Just to set everything I just did. And I'm going to be right back because I need to get something to wipe the back of my hand off. And then we'll finish out. Okay. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So, everything's pretty much set. So now, we're going to do a quick set again. Going to lightly set the face with this powder brush. Just to get everything set. Let's adds more coverage to the face, and it's kind of becoming cakey. So that's another reason why I don't do just a light set anymore, because it kind of gets cakey if I do a light set. And yes, setting spray helps take down powder too. But it helps a little bit. It won't take down the whole cakiness. So pretty much, now I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques setting brush, kind of like go on the places that are cakey, and go over it, make sure there's no extra powder. So that's good. So first we're gonna take the Real Technique sponge really quickly set the under eyes, then kind of go from there, right there, kind of go from there. And again, and go down from there. And this also helps everything from looking cakey because it bakes, so then it just looks more flawless. Well, at least in my opinion. Or not opinion, my experience with baking. Past few weeks, it's looked better doing a light set than baking than just doing a light set. So that's what I'm doing. I'm now baking. And I'm gonna try not to make any mistakes and kind of stop the video like I did the other day. Yes, you need a lot of powder when you bake, but I try not to use too much powder when baking. That's good. So at 6:34, 6:35, somewhere in there. I'll take it off. We'll brush it off. So, and then I can finish the tutorial. So, while we let it bake, I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Just so it dries. If it dries, so if I make any mistakes, I can fix it before doing eyeshadow. I think this is the way I'm gonna do it from now on. Okay. Like I got some in the inner corner of my eye here. So once it dries, I can like buff it off and stuff. Okay. It's almost been 5 minutes. I need this brush. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buff it off. And I don't have some here. So I still have some peach fuzz. Oh my gosh, it was so weird the other day. I was looking at myself in the mirror. And I'm like, why do I notice hair on my face? And then I took a closer look and realized what happened is the peach fuzz was showing through the makeup, so the makeup was highlighting the peach fuzz on my face. And I'm like, okay, I've never had that happen. So I'm gonna take the first two colors and blend them with this fluffy blending brush here. And this is what we're gonna start. We're gonna use to start defining that crease. I think, and it's gonna also, I noticed this just now, it's also softening that eyeliner. It's causing that eyeliner to become more soft. So beautiful. And I'm gonna need, alright. So now taking the same brush, or actually, hold on, let me do my other side. What am I doing? This is kind of making the look come out softer. So it's more, can't say cuter. I can, but it's like another word. You all probably know what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, this is gonna drive me crazy. So I have like a little part here, like at the end of my brow bone. That's kind of like just plain. It was skin. So let that dry for a minute, then I'll set it, then we can finish. So we're almost done. This concealer typically dries pretty fast, but sometimes you gotta watch because it won't. I'm just using my Real Technique setting brush to set it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Now I'm gonna take this fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna go into the third shade in the palette, which is the shade that we used in our brows, and ever so lightly blend that into my crease. And it's just making that edge, the edge of that eyeliner so much more softer. And doing it the same thing on the other eye. Again, making that eyeliner more soft. So I like a soft, like I like a thick eyeliner, but I like a soft eyeliner. That makes sense. Now I'm taking the e.l.f. eye blending brush. Blend that to make it even softer. Blend it to make that eyeliner even softer. Shit, sorry. I gotta like hurry up. Okay. So now, sorry, I'm gonna talk a little fast. I'm sorry in advance, but it's just my fiance's in Logan. So it's like, crap, I gotta like hurry up. So I'm taking this fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna go into the 5th shade in. And the 7th shade in. Mix those together and blend it into my crease. And again, making that eyeliner ever so soft. Then I'm taking my Real Techniques setting brush and getting all that fallout. And there we go. My crease is done. Besides the blending that I gotta do. Then after that, we just have the lid. Cap! Do not come up here yet. Why does that look purple? Like on one side I don't get it. Alright, so again, making sure. And then taking my e.l.f. blending eye brush and blending that. I guess it worked. That looks better. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this angled crease brush from Equal Tools. I'm going to go into the 8th shade today. That's the shade that's speaking out to me today. I'm gonna get as much fallout as I can off. And then same thing that I do with the crease. I'm putting it horizontally. And he never listens. Go over there. Found a pair. If my makeup's separating right there, and it's gonna make me mad. I got the fix. I got a fix. Told you. Alright, so now I'm going into the 8th shade again. I'm gonna do the other eye. And then not getting any fallout. This is why I don't like doing it in the summer. So now I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Big Made. Maybe. The one's getting all clumpy. I'm always so scared to use this mascara because of the gigantic wand on it. I feel like at some point I want to poke my eye out. It does not look cute, but ouch. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna check this. Dry enough. No, but it just completely separated more. So, plan. This is gonna frustrate me. If this happens all summer long, it's gonna frustrate me. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting more of that foundation on. I'm just leaving it there. Like that. Just let my makeup do its own thing. Because I have some mascara smudge mark. I need to buff off. So. Ugh. Now I'm going to go into bronzer and blush. And that's it. I keep wanting to use lipstick and lip gloss, but I'll show you the lipstick and lip gloss I would have used if I didn't have a drink right now. Okay. Like a pop. So I used the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer and Forever Sunkissed, and this is the Primer Infused Blush and Always Cheeky. Okay. More on the side. Alright, so now I'm gonna do some setting spray. Alright, and if I was to use lipstick today, I would use the e.l.f. O Face Satin Lipstick and Dirty Talk and the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Champagne Glow. So this is the final look. See if I can get it close enough. I still got some work to do, but I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!